And when your mom reads that, your little face lights up so much.
It means so much.
Yes, it means a lot.
Absolutely.
It's like my husband, he sent an email in the other night to Channel 9, Miss Finty, that young guy. And my Michael was in the house. He came over to see me. He goes, he was listening to what his stepfather had written. And he goes, Mom, is that our David? Is that our David? Like, David didn't have the brains to send an email out, But I don't think he meant that. He just gave out this aura that that's our David.
He did it, right. It registered.
He didn't think that he would do something.
Yes, it
he
registered.
Voiced his opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there are many different ways that you can make connections. And again, even though children will sometimes rebel, and protest, deep down, they feel a sense of connection when you take that step, because it shows that you care. It shows that you care.
Someone has to care.
Someone has to care.
They do.
Absolutely.
Someone has to care.
Right.
Are you ever intending to work with boys one day?
I do work with boys. I do teach boys. I have programs that are for boys alone and programs that are co-ed.
Really?
One of my workshops is called Your Image Matters, Sharpen It, and I teach that as a co-ed program. And I've taught boys as a group, as a single gender. I have 2 sons.
Okay.
And so I very much know the importance of passing on these life skills to boys as well. They also need to know about posture and poise and presence and how to, eat with a...
How to treat a girl.
And how to treat a girl, and that chivalry, is not all dead. That it's important to have, manners and etiquette. So I do.
It was like what the other night, 9 or 10 people were shot because somebody took a girl's gold bracelet. I think 5 died. And the driver was 14 years old with a machine gun. This is what I heard.
Yes.
How
unfortunate.
I know.
How unfortunate.
And kids just look at that, and some of them say it's bad, but if they had the opportunity with the lives they had, they might get involved in the very same thing.
That's right.
So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I wish God would come down.
Well, we have to keep working, and so the conference is an opportunity to provide that forum where we can have discussion, where we can educate and motivate and inspire the girls who will attend, give the mothers ideas about the strategies that they can use to build.
Are the dads invited as well?
Well, we have had dads who have participated in the conference, dads who are single parents, or who, for whatever reason, felt motivated that they wanted to be part of this learning with their daughters. So we have had dads who have attended, and they are most certainly welcome. Every girl can and should, and that very often involves the male parent as well in terms of providing that support. So most definitely dads are welcome.
You know what I have found who are really good people for children? The grandparents.
Yes.
God bless the grandparents.
They play an important role.
Oh, they play mom and dad and doctor and nurse and everything else.
They do. Bless their hearts.
I know, and the kids are more apt to run to them with something.
Yes, indeed. They will talk to the grandparent sometimes before they would speak with a parent.
Exactly, because they're trying to find out through the grandparent, what should I say? How should I say it? Because I have talked with girls who, of course, are expecting babies, and they go to their grandmother right away.
There you go. And so that's part of that whole community, of raising.
I think they feel safer with grandma because she's not going to hit you.
Yes.
She's not going to open the door and throw you out. And it's good to have a grandparent, because I had a grandmother that I just adored. And so I just wish, families could get together. I really do.
Yes, indeed. We've had several grandmothers who have participated in the conference, both as presenters. Really? Yes, as presenters and also as attendees. Yes. Wonderful. In our very first conference, we had an 80-year-old woman who was a former DC public school educator. Yes. And she was the oldest presenter at the conference, and it provided that wonderful dynamic, that intergenerational mix of, young and old, and that's what makes the conference so exciting. So we really look forward to your listeners coming by on Saturday, May 8th.
Yes, keep putting that in.
Yes, absolutely.
One other little tidbit. I had a young boy that was probably about 17 or 18, had drank and drank and drank, and they thought he had hepatitis C, but thank God he didn't. Then they thought he may have, cirrhosis, he didn't. But he ended up with diabetes type 2. But what is so good, Donald has taken this from his own life. And he will go talk with a group of kids, even if it's outside, a group of them on the corner. He says, if you're ready to get into trouble, let me tell you what happened to me. Because now he's working his way to getting back, and I can just see him, he's getting so strong. And he said, if only I would have known these things. But sometimes we have to walk through hell before we can get to heaven.
We have to walk that path, yes.
We've got to walk that path.
Right.
And you've got to pay the price.
And how wonderful of him, too, now have the opportunity to share.
He wants to share with kids, but he wants to talk to 7- and 8-year-olds. I said, that's fine. Because how many 7- and 8-year-olds maybe can take a beer?
That's right.
Think about it. It's scary as heck.
It is.
It's very, very scary.
Yes.
You seem to really like what you're doing, though.
Oh, I enjoy it. It's so rewarding, so fulfilling to see.
Does your husband get involved in this with
yes,
you?
indeed, as a supporter, and he even attends the conference.
He does?
Yes, he does.
Okay, he wants, my husband will go to the prisons and sit outside in the car and wait for me to come out. He wants to be sure I get in and get out safely.
Yes, absolutely.
And he helps me carry all my things along.
Wonderful. He's helped in that way as well.
Yeah, he is. How long have you been married?
20 years.
Really? You look about 30 years old yourself.
Thank you. Thanks very much. And
You're
the same to you.
Welcome. We work hard. You know, working hard keeps you young.
Yes, it keeps, well, it certainly keeps you on your toes.
Doesn't it? So it keeps you going and going and going. What other things would you like to add to this? We don't have a whole lot of time left.
Well,
some of the most important things. The shirts, we've got to get some money for those.
Yes, we certainly need sponsors, and again,
I'll
show it to this beautiful pink shirt, the Every Girl Can T-shirt.
They remind me of the Women's Run for Breast Cancer.
Ah, yes, yes. The color is certainly striking. The pink certainly brings that message home, and it, you know, bears our mantra, the E4 plus I, the enrich, encourage, empower, elevate,
what that was.
And inspire every girl, because every girl can, you know, with this kind of support, you know, that girls can. And so I want to just encourage, you know, mothers and dads, teachers, educators, grandparents.
Don't forget
exactly,
my
grandparents, to continue to stay, you know, to have courage, to stay connected with their daughters, and to share with them. So often they can learn from our past experience, even though they may think, "Oh, Mom, you don't know anything." You know, they don't think we've ever walked the soda, that we've ever been a teenager.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm going through.
You don't know what I'm going through.
You
don't understand exactly, which is why we have that workshop at the conference.
We
do understand. Exactly. So it's to stay connected with them, you know, and find ways to build relationships, you know, and to offer them support, just to be there for them. Very often, sometimes they just need to know that you're there for them.
I have had 6 girls who have come to me. Their moms, well, the girls, she thought they had strep throat. But come to find out, after taking them to the doctors, the girls had gonorrhea of the throat.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
And right away, the parents wanted, the mothers did, they wanted to turn them over. And I said, no, no. So I went and talked with the judge. I can't mention his name, but I've got to wrap this up in just a minute. But what I want to let you know is this: the judge let me have all 6.
Oh, so you can work with them.
I worked with them day and night, and do you know, they're fabulous. They got over it. The boy thing is over with. They're in school. And I'm going to end the show on this, but I want to thank you, Jasmine, for coming here today. I've loved having you here.
Thanks. It's been wonderful.
And I will be at your conference.
Thank you so very much.
I want to thank everybody for watching. And please, if you have a young daughter, or if you're a grandmother or an aunt or uncle, anything, sit down and listen to what she's just had to say, okay? Because we know quite a bit more than you do in a lot of things. So enjoy the show. Until next time.